Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I am Monica, the Kismet Chemist, and this is Lunar Living. In today's Lunar Living video, we're going to be talking about the last quarter moon. It falls in Aquarius, and it occurs on April 23rd. As of right now, I am filming this the day before. And Aquarius is the ruler of the 11th house. It's ruled by Uranus, which is in Taurus right now. But as I was looking at this chart, we've talked about the last quarter moon quite a bit. The last quarter moon is about that kind of waning down of the moon. We've now hit our peak illumination. We are ushering back in this equal amounts of divine masculine, go energy, and divine feminine, soft and receptivity, allowing for guidance, allowing for insights to come back in, allowing for ourselves to really reflect and go within. This last quarter moon has a deeper energy impact to it that I can feel. And it is a lot about reflecting, it's about integrating, and then it's about intention. And with this last quarter moon, the reason why we have the nodes down here in the Black Moon Lilith is during the moon phase, excuse me, the nodes and Black Moon Lilith are both, or all three of them are stationary, which means that they are in a transitional state. All of the energy in the chart is really consumed with these placements because of their stationary aspect. I talked about this with my what to expect during Taurus season because of Pluto going into retrograde season coming up next week, and how Pluto will be stationary to us in the sky because we are approaching Pluto quickly, which means essentially the same thing. There is an energy focus on these placements. So the South Node is sitting in Scorpio still. The North Node is still traversing its way through Taurus. But Black Moon Lilith is actually positioned in Gemini. Now, Black Moon Lilith varies. It's the oscillating. I use the true Black Moon Lilith placement so that we can see where it's actually at. So, Black Moon Lilith is stationing to go retrograde, whereas the North Node and the South Node... Oh, hang on. I'm saying that backwards. I am most definitely saying that backwards. Black Moon Lilith is stationing to go direct in the third house in Gemini, and the nodes are stationing right now to go retrograde in the second and eighth house in Taurus and Scorpio. And the reason why it's important to know which direction they're shifting is because right now what we're looking at is the South and North nodes are going to be stationing and asking us to kind of go within and take a look at the two placements, take a look at the energies. And they are intricately connected to the moon. All of these are intricately connected to the moon. Black Moon Lilith. Everybody has their own take on Black Moon Lilith. This card down here itself says mystery. But to me, Black Moon Lilith is about the places and the ways in our lives in which we have been subjugated. We have been relegated to the sidelines. We have been told that we're not enough. We have been sexually abused, mentally abused, physically abused. We have had somebody take advantage of us. We have had situations like stalkers and deceit, deception. It's a very Five of Swords, Seven of Swords energy within Black Moon Lilith, but it is the energy of that where we allow it to get into our minds and dictate what we are going through. Lilith and her story is about the fact that she refused to be subjugated. She refused to be seen as lesser than Adam. So in this case, in this situation, what this last quarter moon in Aquarius is asking us to reflect on, to integrate within ourselves, and then to take balanced action forward with is, where have we felt as though someone else is relegating us to the sidelines? Where have we felt as though someone else or something else has said, no, you can't have what is right for you. You can't do what is right for you. This is not how it's going to go. Black Moon Lilith is saying, okay, I'm going to be direct here. And having her go direct in Gemini, it is about communication. It is mercurial in nature. And the moon during this phase is out of bounds, which means the moon is going to act however it wants to act. It's not going to follow any normal guidelines. So if you look at the moon as though it's the soul, your soul has the freedom to harness all of this energy in the way that is right for you, in the way that will help promote and move you forward on your path the way that you are meant to. So we're looking at directly in the middle of these two, South Node and North Node, and granted it's not technically in the middle, like directly in the middle in the chart, but when we're looking at it this way, we're looking at the debts that we had in life, but not just life's debts. We're looking at that natural way of being, that natural fixed scorpionic energy, and how that has been either holding us back or helping us to transform, to transmute, to become what we are meant to be, to stop allowing for the world to shut us down and shut us out. And now we're saying, this is who I am, and this is what I'm doing with my life, and screw you if you think that you're going to stop that. And for that, it's now telling us to learn a way to take all of that energy, that anger, that resentment, that hostility that we have experienced towards ourselves, but that we also experience in response, and change it, turn it into something beautiful, something brilliant, something artistic, something loving. Take it and reflect on it, integrate the lessons, and now take initiative to turn it into something beautiful, because you are something beautiful. And so you have the ability to take all of these negative things and transform it into something gorgeous. And you don't have to explain it to anyone or justify it to anyone. And with the nodes shifting into retrograde, and these are the true nodes. So the true nodes, more often than not, are going to be retrograde. When you're looking at the mean nodal placements, those are always going to be retrograde. But when you look at the true nodes, sometimes they will be direct, sometimes they will be retrograde. The same goes for Black Moon Lilith. Even though there is a propensity for one or the other to be greater. So in this situation, even though the nodes are primarily retrograde, they have been direct. They have been asking us to take these things and move them out into the world. Now they're asking us to take these things, take these lessons, take this energy and this understanding, and look at all of the things within us that we want to do. The 11th house, a lot of people are going to tell you the 11th house is about your community, your friendships, your groups, your, charity organizations, anything like that. Sure, it is. But traditionally, the 11th house was all about finances. It was about prosperity and wealth and abundance and dreams and wishes and goals and hope. It was the abundance house. And so we need to remember that there are things that are older within the collective that still exist, and be willing to embrace a different way of seeing things. So this last quarter moon, we have the opportunity here now to share as well, when we get into that divine masculine energy, to share, just like the cupbearer in Aquarius poured out the waters of life to the world. Despite the fact that he could have just taken the waters of life for himself, he didn't. He gave it back to humanity. After he had been through a situation in which he was kidnapped, he was used, he was abused because of his beauty, because of his looks. When we look into the mythology of the cupbearer and the Aquarian energy, we can see how it was someone who said, you know what? I see that this shouldn't be for just one person. This shouldn't be just for the gods. This should be for all. And poured that abundance and that wealth and that life energy into the world, into the collective. So you're looking at, what are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your wishes? What are your goals? What do you want to take into beauty? The lessons that you have learned, the ways that you have grown and taken yourself out of the energy of being somebody else's whipping post or stepping stone or doormat, and saying, you know what? Screw you, screw this situation. This is what I know my worth is, and this is what I'm going to do. I have my hopes and I have my dreams, and you're not going to slow me down or stop me. I have a purpose here, and I know my purpose within, so I'm going to bring that purpose out into the world. And I am going to harness this Black Moon Lilith energy in my communication style, and I'm going to bring it forth into the world. Because with Black Moon Lilith stationing to go direct, she's asking us to see these areas where we have felt as though we aren't able to communicate, we aren't able to speak our truth, and it's time to speak our truth. It is time to speak the truth of how amazing you are, how insightful you are, how capable you are, and say, I don't care if this person or this situation or this community doesn't like it, because there is a place for me in this world. There is love for me in this world, and I am going to harness that love. I am going to open myself up to receiving that love. I am going to open myself up to receiving abundance. I'm going to open myself up to receiving support and financial support and the wealth and joy and beauty that I am meant to have and experience in this life. I am going to do that, and no one is going to tell me that I am wrong for feeling that, because it is part of something that is in my life's purpose. It is in my soul's purpose. I have paid my due diligence. I have paid my debts. I have followed my soul. I have done the work. And I know that I am generalizing a lot of this, but I also know my community. I know my community, and I know how amazing you all are. Even as it grows on a regular basis, I see and I know and I understand that the people that come here are the people that do the work. They are the people that are admirable and loving, and they care about other people and they care about themselves. And I am honored every day, all the time, to be able to read your guys' energy. And I say that because I have been in communities where I have been relegated to silence, where I have been abused, where I have had people who were my best friend. I've had a best friend who chose to take a path of my enemy. No matter how much love I sent to him, he still came in and chose to be my enemy. And I walked away from the community, and I walked away from the projects, and I walked away from that life that I was living, because it was not true to me. It was true to somebody else and what other people needed from me. And I chose to do what was right for me. And I say this, I speak about this for the sake that I know that here in this community, I have seen the same patterns in the energies. And I've gotten feedback from you guys that say, hey, this really helped. Hey, your story really helped bring my situation into perspective. That's what I'm here for. That's how I harness Black Moon Lilith's direct energy in Gemini. So how can you take that and harness it and bring it out and bring it forth? Excuse me, guys. I am still getting over bronchitis. So for the collective, this is what the energy is that we're being asked to really take a look at and to harness. The moon is a part of our soul. It's our emotions. It's our connection to the higher realms. It's where we came into the world. But when we're looking at the transiting moon, we're looking at how that energy is flooding into the collective. And I will always be the one that picks out the really unique stuff within the chart to bring forth to you, because it's that stuff, that underlying energy, that when we become more aware of it, we can harness it, we can use it, we can flow with it. Instead of trying to do these things and not understanding why it's not working, we can see that it's not working because there's other energies at play here. We can look at the big shooters up in the sky right now, but that's not what this energy feels like to me. It's not where Spirit led me to the charts on. What Spirit led me to the charts with was the energy of the stationaries, the nodes, the Black Moon Lilith, and really said to me, we need to talk about this. We need to let people see that they don't have to keep doing it the old way. That it's okay to stand up and to be a very strong feminine warrior. It's okay to be that. It's okay to speak your truth. If you speak your truth out and somebody walks away from you, they walked away from you because your truth and their truth are not aligned. And that's okay. A person who truly loves you will do what is right for you and for them, even if it means walking away, even if it means staying and saying, no, okay, how about you look at this perspective? There's so many different things in the world that we cling on to, but clinging on to somebody else instead of holding tight to yourself and your dreams and your goals and your wishes is not helping you progress either. And I had to learn that the hard way as well. I am not entirely certain why Spirit wants me to talk about this part, but sometimes we get stuck in a specific pattern of, this is how my friendships have to be. This is the community that I have to be a part of. And it's not that way. There is this beauty that we call free will. Yes, I believe in destiny. Yes, I believe in fate. Yes, I believe there are certain things and certain people that we are meant to cross paths with. But does that mean that we have to stay in those interactions or not? No, because most of the time those are South Node life debt people that we have to learn how to grow beyond. I went through that a lot in 2021, where I met people and I made promises that I could not keep. And that is on me. I made promises saying, I'm always going to be around, I'm always going to be your friend, until I realized that this person or this community or that community was making me physically ill, being around it, because it was not an energetic match. Now, not everybody is going to be that way. You're not always going to, have a physical illness from it, but that's one of my body's tells. It's one of my spiritual signals. And I do talk about that in Something Spiritually Catchy, which is almost done. We should have it done as far as the editing process goes, and the finalization of the formats should be done by the end of this week. The publication date is set to be in May. I will let you guys know more. It may be pushed back to June. But we will definitely check in. I will keep you guys updated. Intuition Guide, if you're here, which I have the feeling you will see this. This is the Bitch Fest book. It is almost done. I cannot wait to get it out to you guys. I am also working on a bunch of really great projects and items and services. But that's neither here nor there. That is actually the reason why I mentioned that is because Something Spiritually Catchy is the book that I wrote that has everything to do with this Black Moon Lilith energy. I learned how to harness my Black Moon Lilith energy and how to bring that forward into the world, into a more beautiful way of expression. I learned to take all of these lessons and pains and situations and turn it into something beautiful. And it's the way that I do things. Some of you may be painters who take all of your emotions and you paint it on a canvas. You may be somebody who reads tarot. This is another way that I take my lessons and my journey, and I feel as though it turns into something absolutely beautiful because I sit down and I get to harness and utilize all my gifts and share them with you guys. And I do that out of the goodness of my heart. I do that because that's what I love to do. I do that because it makes the world brighter and more beautiful. These are the things that I do because I know what it's like to have somebody relegate me to the sidelines and tell me, you don't mean anything. You don't mean anything because you've done this to me. No one is going to be able to tell you that you don't have the right to live your life because they have an emotion. Their emotions are not your fault. Your emotions are not the fault of somebody else. This blame game that we play, especially with emotions, is part of this South Node fixed way of being that we can break ourselves out of here. We can really break ourselves out of these fixed patterns if we learn how to harness the different energies. And right now, the moon is literally helping us break out of the fixed patterns because it is out of bounds, which means that it isn't under the guise of the sun. You know those saying, out of sight, out of mind? That's what the moon is right now to the sun. It doesn't follow the same patterns. It doesn't follow the same rules. Now is where you get to break the rules. Now is where you get to change things up and harness things for your betterment, but for the betterment of all. And when I say the betterment of all, I apologize if you can hear my dog barking, but when I say the betterment of all, I don't mean focus on what is best for the collective. What is best for you? Because what is best for you is automatically what is best for the collective. And I just saw 2233, so that is a beautiful confirmation, and I want to say thank you to Spirit for that. But that is, it's just like self-love and self-care. You need to take care of yourself first. Because if you don't fill your own cup up, you are pouring from an empty cup. Give yourself the love and the dedication, and the dedication that you deserve. That's part of your life's purpose. So now it's time for you to allow for that mystery to come in. Allow for some revelations to come in. This last quarter moon that falls on the 23rd is a great time for that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to leave the energy update and the information here because I don't see or hear anything else. And I am feeling that transitional shift into the elements. So we're going to actually break you guys down by elements. We're going to go as usual in the traditional order: fire, earth, air, and water. Choose your sun, moon, rising, obviously, but go with what is calling to you the most, because that's where you're going to find the messages that you need to hear. And we all have all the elements in our chart in one way or another. Even if it says that we don't, there is still some of it there, whether it's by transits or progressions or anything like that. We have all the energy within our charts. So learning how to harness all of that energy is going to be of the utmost benefit for us throughout our lives. All right, loves, I will see you at your elements. I love you all. Hello, fire signs. So we do I pulled cards already for you. This top row is how the energy of the third quarter moon is impacting you. The bottom one is spirit and your spirit guides advice on how to harness that energy, where to harness it, what you can do with it. So let's take a look right away. So we have the sun, the star, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so how this energy is impacting you is it's really asking you and pulling towards you to come out of your fixed nature. And I know that this is a collective, big collective energy right now with the nodes, but it's impacting fire signs especially because Chiron is sitting in Aries. And aside from that, there's not a whole lot of fire energy going on right now. But as Chiron is sitting in Aries, it helps us look at where we need to heal ourselves, the wishes that we have for ourselves, the ways in which we have been fixed at who we believe ourselves to be or what our lives are, who we are. And it's asking us to really change those fixed patterns and come out and be a different person, essentially. Be the person that we truly are on the inside. Not the person that is reactive, but the person who is understanding, the person who lets go, the person who walks away, the person who harnesses the truth and the beauty and the enlightenment that is offered to them, and they offer that to the world. Now, this moon is really, really deeply impacting you. It is coming in with these two major arcanas, the sun and the star, and it's coming in, night and day, coming in all together, divine masculine, divine feminine, all together to say this fixed pattern of I'm scared and I need to cling to what was because I can't handle what is coming or what I have initiated or anything like that. It's asking us to change that. And I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I am a Leo rising. I am a Leo moon. I am an Aries chart signature. I have a lot of fire energy in my chart. I have more fire energy than any other energy. And then I have water energy secondary to it. Fire energy is all about spirit, and spirit is not fixed ever. Spirit is fluid. Spirit is changeable. Spirit is malleable. When you are a fire sign or when you have large, strong fire placements in your chart, whether or not traditional astrology or astrological breakdowns are going to tell you, well, this is malefic or this is benefic, that doesn't matter. It's about the energy that's there. I want you to think of it in a different way. Let's think of it less in the terms of this planet is in fall here, and think of it more like, okay, this is where this energy comes into my life. So say you've got, we'll use my chart for an example. I have Uranus in Sagittarius in the 5th house. I am all about spiritual creativity, spiritually, creatively expressing myself. That is what I do here. And I do it in my own unique way. I see astrology completely different from astrologers. Just because I see it differently and I experience it differently doesn't mean that it's not the right way. I also have my Uranus out of bounds, and I've done lots and lots of research on that, and most people with Uranus out of bounds can go one of two ways. They can be a creative genius or they can just be a creative, crazy person. But we're talking like Johann Kepler and Louis Pasteur, Salvador Dali, all had their Uranus out of bounds. So when and just like this moon cycle is a moon that is out of bounds, it's asking us to really break out of this fixed mentality. And in doing so, what it's also saying is this moon feels more powerful than the full moon did right now. I can't always explain why these intermediate primary moon phases feel so powerful lately, but I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it doesn't get a lot of focus. It doesn't get a lot of attention. And so the more attention you put on the areas that don't get a lot of attention, the more powerful and potent it can be. So this moon phase is literally saying the happiest card in the deck, and you can flip this one way or the other, and it'll still mean the exact same thing. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It is the card of joy. It is the card of happiness, creative expression, an expression of self and your inner child being let loose and let free into the world to play and giggle and laugh. That is here. Your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, your community, but also enlightenment. True blue enlightenment. Everybody defines it in their own way. This is what is is coming in. This is how the moon is helping impact you, and it's helping you to see that you already have a firm, stable foundation of who you are. So you don't have to cling to that. You can build upon it now. You can grow now. It's okay to grow into more facets of who you are, and this moon is helping you do that. So let's see what Spirit's advice and your spirit guide's advice is for how to harness this or where to go from here. So we have the One of Keys and the Architect and the Six of Scrolls with the Sands of Time. I love, love, love these cards. These are arguably some of my favorite cards in this deck, especially the Architect, because the Architect is exactly what I was saying about the foundation. You have this firm foundation. Now you can build upon it. You are the architect of your life. And the more that you sit and you stare at this hourglass as the sands of time tick down, the more you realize that the sun is still going to come up and the sun is still going to set and the moon is still going to come out and then the moon is still going to set and the days are going to keep going and the clocks are still going to tick. But none of that matters. You have the ability to sift through the sands of time, both forward and backwards, and really harness what it is that you want. So really get creative with it. Express yourself in the most creative way. Build upon what you have as your foundation and stop looking at the clock and stop worrying about the time and stop worrying about your age. You're not too old to live your life. You're not too old. Nothing has passed you by. The only things that pass you by are the things that you allow to pass by out of your life because you're too afraid to live it. Don't be afraid to live your life. Go live your life. Go harness this energy, because the energy of this moon, and it lasts 12 hours from about midday to midnight, is running through for you. And it's saying, harness this. Harness this. Like, know who you are and stand firm in who you are, but break away from the past. Break away from the past, because you can create what you want and how you view your life to be. We've got yang energy here. That's 1. So we've got 1, 1, 1. You guys are all about new beginnings here. We've got 8, 6, and 4. And then we've got 25, round and round. I think we want one more. Spirit, can we get one more? Almost had a jumper there. And 27, exchanging gifts. I am not surprised whatsoever. All right. So we have this yang energy, and that's what I was talking about. We are balancing out the yin and the yang energy. The exchanging gifts to me is very much yin energy, but it's round and round. This is what happens when you're sitting and you're staring at the sands of time. Things go round and round and round. And this is so beautifully representative of how I view time. I think about a nautilus shell with its chambers. And as the cephalopod within a nautilus shell grows, a chamber will close off and the cephalopod will continue to grow. Now, if a chamber gets broken or is filled with fluid and the cephalopod needs to grow and it can't, the chambers can be reopened. As it grows around it, the chambers can line up with other ones, and that's how we see these repeating lessons in our lives. But we can also open up essentially a door to a lesson and really let ourselves dive into it, but it doesn't have to destroy us. It doesn't have to defeat us. So we can go round and round through these cycles, but we also are meant to learn from them. And when we do that, then we learn how to exchange our gifts and be balanced and take action, but also to be joyful, to be happy, and to realize that some things in our lives are meant for us and some things aren't, and it's okay to walk away from the things that aren't. So Spirit, do we have anything more for our fire signs? Don't be afraid of the things that aren't right for you. Don't be afraid to walk away from the things that aren't right for you. You know, I had this tendency to walk away from things that are right for me because it scares me. It has in the past scared me to embrace the things that are right for me because it brings me joy, and I have had a really hard time being the kind of person that feels as though I am worthy of experiencing joy. Look, we have aging on the back. I am one with unlimited love beyond all seeming restrictions of age. I am filled with joy, energy, and beauty, a vessel for the divine Shakti. I love that. And I'm not reading any of the back of the cards, but that one just like popped out at me because that's exactly what I was talking about with the Sands of Time. You guys are not too old. You're not past your prime. Now is the time. It doesn't matter when the time is. It doesn't matter what your age is. You can make a change at 64 years of age. You can make a change at 72. You can make a change at 89. It doesn't matter. Make the change. Because if it's something that you want to change, then change it. Don't go round and round and round in your head like maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Yes, you should, because if it feels right to you, it is right for you. And you don't have to fear that or worry about that because it's the truth. It is what is right for you because your heart knows the way. I don't remember what I was saying before that, but it'll come back if it's meant to. So we have calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. And we have the hummingbird. And the hummingbird being on the calmness card is kind of funny. It almost feels a little bit counterintuitive, but in a good way. It's that out of bounds energy. You wouldn't think of a hummingbird as being calm because they flit around like they fly ridiculously fast. But you know what? When they need to stop and get the nectar from the flowers, or when they need a water and they go to a sugar water feeder, I apologize. My grandma does this. My grandma loves hummingbirds. They're her favorite bird. But they slow down. They will be still when they need to be still. They will be calm when they're not in a panic. They're moving and they're moving rapidly, but they're not moving in a panicked state. They are calm. They are collected. They know what they're doing. They know where they're going, and they do it fluidly. That is what this is asking you to do. Learn how to move in a calm and collected way. So then we have independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. This is exactly what I've been talking about. It's this energy of letting your inner child out to play and allowing yourself to feel this happiness and this joy, and to know that you have this firm, grounded foundation in yourself. And so because of that, it is perfectly safe and perfectly fine for you to be independent and to be who you're meant to be. It is the right thing for you to do, to love and feed and nurture yourself. Like I said, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you are free to do this. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to be calm. It's okay to just live your life. It really is. It's okay. Some of the old ways of being don't need to be there anymore. And it's okay. It's okay to grow out of that. And then we have abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. See, this is the exchanging of gifts. These cards, I could not have asked them to fall out of my hands more perfectly, because really this is what all of this is about. It's about being calm and knowing who you are and feeding the things that you need to feed within yourself. Exchanging gifts. But when you exchange gifts with the universe, when you say, okay, show me a path, and the universe is like, okay, here you go. They're giving you their gift. They're exchanging that gift with you. And now how you exchange your gift with them is you just listen. You just trust. Trust that it's right for you. Trust that it's the thing that you should be doing, the thing that you are meant to be doing, the thing that you want to do is the thing that you should be doing. So go do that. Don't worry about anybody else in your life or anybody else outside of your life. Don't worry about what came before. Don't worry about who walked away. Don't worry about any of that. Worry about you and what is right for you. Because this calmness, this independence, this abundant lifestyle, this lifestyle of wealth and beauty and joy and happiness and stability and security that you have been desiring for so long, you've been desiring it for a reason, and that reason is because it is what is right for you. It is what is meant for you. It is the blessing and the gift that has been given to you in visions, in feelings, in understanding from the universe. And now you are the one that has the power to be the architect of it, to build that, to develop it, to turn it into what you want by just embracing it and embracing you. Fire signs. This was way more intense than I expected it to be, but thank you so much for sharing for who you are. Keep going. Keep going. I feel very strongly like your guides are like, you're on the right path. It's okay. Don't keep falling into the old patterns, but keep moving forward. You can do this. It is right. Just focus on what makes you happy, not on other people, but you. This whole reading is fire energy. It's okay to focus on you. Chiron sitting in Aries is saying it's okay to focus on you. You have to fill your cup up. You have to fill your cup up, and round and round and round and around you'll go, where you harness the masculine energy, but then you have to heed and calm yourself into that feminine energy and allow for reception, allow for receiving the gifts that you need, allow for the abundance to come in, allow, because you're worthy. Fire signs, again, thank you so much. If this resonated, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell up in the corner. For those of you who are interested in reading anything further, I do have my books and the links for the books down in the description box. I also have the link for my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. And there is a 50% off discount code that runs until the end of June. So don't miss out. Definitely take advantage of that. That will help break you out of the mold of who you thought you were, who everybody says that you are, and really take you into a completely new way of being that is true to who you are. For those of you who have donated and continue to donate to my channel, I love you guys all. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. The link to donations is down in the description box. And I am available for readings and sessions. The link for that may or may not be in the description box, but it is definitely in my About section. It's MonicaAndersonIntuitiveHealer.com. And stay tuned for a lot of updates to that for items and services that will be changing and growing. It does take about a week's turnaround time for readings to be done, so bear with me. I do have a couple of them slotted for this coming week, but other than that, I do have some availability. I want to say thank you again one more time. Thank you so much for being here, for all of your love, all of your likes, all of your shares, for the subscribers that are so regular and really fuel my day. You guys are just so incredible, and I am ever so grateful for you. So thank you. I love you guys all. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, Earth signs. So we're going to jump right into this last quarter moon in Aquarius and find out what it is that it is bringing, what energy it's bringing in for you with these top 3 cards, and then Spirit and your spirit guides advice on how to harness the energy or what to do with it going forward from here with these bottom 2 cards. So let's go ahead and take a look. And we have the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. That's beautiful. I did notice, and I haven't been pulling back of the deck energy, but I did notice on the back of the deck for the Rider-Waite Tarot, that you guys had the Tower card. And really, Tower cards are all about surprises. But what I'm seeing here in combination with that Tower card is you guys have really kind of been through it. Likely something from the Libran full moon. That was the 16th. But it's helping you come back into a state of traditional values within yourself. And when I say traditional values, I don't necessarily mean what society says traditional values are. I'm saying like the traditional values that fall within your own heart. I know a lot of the time the Hierophant can be seen as like the marriage card, and with a pickup that I have from the Libra full moon, this may be something that has really challenged your marriage. It may be something that has really helped change and shape your marriage. It may be a surprise that has come up in the realm of commitments and responsibilities and leadership and guidance, and you really learning how to step into a different view, a different way of seeing the world, a different way of seeing yourself, with a different way of kind of going about things. There may have been some massive shakeup, or there may be a massive shakeup occurring. And Spirit is really saying that the energy of this moon, whereas it may come as a shock to you, it may come as a surprise to you. It may be something where you feel like everything is burning down, but it really isn't. It's just shaking your foundations to make sure that they are nice and solid and steady, is saying, okay, it's time for you to start stepping into being a spiritual leader within your own life, or being the leader within your own life. And we talk about spiritual leaders, and I think there's this skewed perception of what a spiritual leader really is. To me, a spiritual leader is anybody who leads with their spirit. They lead with their heart. They lead with their soul. They lead with what it is that they want in their life, and they go and they find it and they work for it. No matter how it appears in that way, it's them seeing the best things in life, seeing the best in themselves and in others, and working forward and toward bringing that into the world. And in that way, it's time for you to realize, earth signs, that you really are looked up to. You really are admired. You really are seen as being this firm, stable leader that other people want to learn from and do learn from, that other people gain a lot of wisdom and a lot of insight and a lot of inspiration from. And when you see yourself in that light, then you can really harness the same level of inspiration that you give to others for yourself. And that's that level of inspiration, taking action, taking directed action forward on something. No matter what it is, it's going to lead to a victory. And you're going to initiate it by saying, I'm taking the lead in this, and I'm going to move forward. And they may see me as naive. They may see me as youthful. They may see me as kind of crazy, because there's so much fire energy here. And earth signs are very slow, very steady, very grounded. I mean, you've got the Hierophant, which is literally Taurian energy. You've got the Hierophant sitting right here. And it is this solid, stable, firm figure sitting on his throne and holding the secrets of the universe. And directly after that, the moon is literally being like, okay, you've got these secrets, you've got this wisdom, you've got this knowledge, you've got this know-how, you are this person. So let yourself be youthful again. Let yourself get excited about something again. Let yourself really dive in and enjoy yourself and have fun and know that you will be victorious, and allow yourself to be victorious on your path. Allow yourself to open yourself up to success. Now is the time to be like, I'm setting the intention that this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do, and then go do it. Go and do it. Because when you live fully from your heart, that's when things change for you. So let's see what Spirit and your spirit guides have to say about it. They have the card number 5 with Hilarion, and 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled. Okay, as you guys can see, we have 3 5s on the board. We've got the Hierophant, Hilarion, and wishes fulfilled. Now, Hilarion is surrounded by ghosts of the past, reading a book, but he's shrouded in this green aura. Okay? He's got this beautiful green aura around him. And Hilarion is one of the masters. This is about you opening up to a different side of things. The things that you can't see, can't touch, can't feel, but know are real, know are true. This is about your ancestors and the things that they have given you and the blessings that you have from that, the wisdom that you have from that, and bringing all of that forward into your life. And the Five of Keys, wishes fulfilled, I mean, it speaks for itself. Really, it does. But there's something about this where you can see mountains in the background and you can see all of these beautiful fresh fruits and vegetables and meats and cheeses, and there are keys on the table, and the keys that are on the table are both gold and black, and it's kind of like you have the keys to the kingdom. You have the keys to the higher and the lower realms. You work with both. You know both. All right, and I am actually looking up here the Hilarion card, because in this deck, I've worked with many of the cards, but Hilarion is not one that comes to me very often. So this is about him coming forward and helping you with healing and truth and bridging the logical and the intuitive mind together. It's spirit communication, so there is a lot of mediumship going on, which doesn't surprise me whatsoever, because most spiritual teachers and leaders really are truly mediums. And we, in my opinion, we're all mediums. We just talk to spirit in the ways that we talk to spirit. But with this Hilarion card, like I had said, he is a powerful ascended master, and he's connected to the Akashic Records. Now, the Akashic Records is the Hall of Knowledge, the Hall of Wisdom. I call it the Hall of Knowing. And this is about, what project you're working on, and it's this kind of green light to work on the project that you want to, whatever research it is that you want to do, whatever information that you're looking for. Go take that initiated action, because you're going to find your wishes fulfilled. You have two cards that signify that you are going to be a success, that you are going to be victorious, that your wishes will come true, that all the things that you dream and wish and hope for will come true. And this moon cycle is quite literally trying to show you that. Now, Hilarion is an ascended master who definitely wants to work with you. So if you set the intention to really connect to him, let him guide you to where he wants to show you to go. And then we've got the card 51, Milk and Honey, which reduces to another 6. And the Milk and Honey card is, again, literally that card. Holy cow, you guys have cards just flipping out everywhere. It's that card of joy, of happiness, of all the good things. I mean, you can see a baby elephant just kind of celebrating in this bowl of milk and honey with a rainbow and just this happiness and joyful nature. And then we have here and now, 32, which reduces to a 5. So you've got a lot of 5s, a lot of 6s. And this is really saying, like, be here now. Be here now, because your happiness, your joy, your victory, your fulfilled wishes are here now. This moon is showing you that you don't have to wait, that you don't have to plot and plan and whatever, that any kind of research that you want to do, go do it, because that research is waiting for you. And whatever wishes that you have that you want to see, it's here for you. Like, be here. Be here. Because you have been living in a state of chaos and conflict for way too long. And now it's time for milk and honey. Now it's time to shift out of this chaos and conflict. And you've got 33, which is a repeating 3s. And then on the back, which, like I said, I wasn't going to do this, but for some reason it just felt like I needed to. You have 48 and poised, and that's 12 and 3. So what this is telling me is this chaos and conflict stage you were in set you up and poised you to learn how to be in the present moment, to learn how to be here, to not lose yourself in other people's things and other things going on in the world, but to be here, be present, be with spirit, be with yourself, be with your spirit guides, be with your ascended masters. And as you do that, you learn more, and you learn what you're inspired by, and you learn what you love, and you move forward from there. And everything that you wish and you hope for comes true. Like, I'm seeing such beautiful, beautiful cards for you guys. And I can see the path that brought you here was not an easy one, especially with having seen the Tower card. And I saw the Tower card multiple times as I was shuffling for your pile as well. All right, Spirit and Spirit guides for Earth signs. Do we have anything further for them? All right. See, again, hardship. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust Where you are guiding me, I am yours. Abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. So like I said, you guys have been through the mill. You've been through this chaos and conflict. You've been through hardship. You've been through the tough times, the difficult times, the ones that challenge you to the core of your being, those tower moments that come in and shake everything up and break everything down and make you feel like you can't have the abundance that you deserve. You can't be who you deserve. You can't enjoy life how you wish to enjoy life. So you guys actually got 4 of these cards. So we have being enough. The innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to change, nothing, no need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are loved. And this is that here and now. It's time here and now to see that you are enough. And this hardship has literally been challenging you to see this about yourself. And then we have companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So like I was picking up the Libra new moon, or the Libra and full moon that we just had, and with the Hierophant card being the card of marriage, the card of tradition, it is possible that some of you may have had a shakeup in a marriage, or you may have realized that your marriage is not right for you, and that's okay. We get there, we go through that. I've been there myself. And it's never an easy thing to have to face that fact, the truth that the life that you lived and built was not what you felt was right for you. It's so destructive. But in order to be in a true, committed, loving relationship, you have to know that you are worthy of that you are abundant, that you are loving, that you are enough. And until you are able to see that you are enough by yourself, you don't need another person to tell you that. You don't need anyone else in the world to be like, yes, you are worthy. You are worthy. No, they need to see that they're worthy for themselves, but you need to see that you're worthy for yourself. And I can sit here and tell you all day long how worthy you are, because I know you are. But my knowing is not going to dictate your knowing. If some of you are going through a hard time in your relationship and you don't know whether to stay in it or not, get present. Get present. Think about the past, but also think about the present, the growth, the changes, and have you guys worked through it? Have you guys really, really worked through it? I did not want this to be a relationship reading, and Spirit had another mindset because I was trying to avoid it. But sometimes you can't avoid the things that need to be discussed. Sometimes you can't avoid the things that are staring at you right in the face. Like, is this right for me? Is this person the right person for me? Am I enough when I'm in this relationship? Am I enough as myself? Are we two whole individuals coming together and being together? Am I happy? When we go through a hard time, am I able to be who I am without having to appease somebody else? Do I have to change who I am? There are so many things that right now I feel like you guys are questioning or being pulled to start questioning because you want that victorious life. You want your wishes to be fulfilled. You want to live fully in that milk and honey phase, and you're meant to. You're meant to live that. And it doesn't mean that you have to break up the relationship you're in. I will never, ever, ever, ever say that, because I do not believe that for a second. I believe that we are in a relationship in order to grow, in order to change. Some relationships are meant to be and some aren't, and you'll know that. But I'm not going to be able to tell you one way or the other. There is no reader, no psychic, no mystic that can ever look at two people and say, you two are not meant to be together, because they don't know. We use a lot of what we see as a basis, but we also are influenceable. I myself am influenceable. And so it's important for me to make sure that you know, if you're here and you're listening to this and you are struggling in your relationship and you want to make it work, you can. You absolutely can. If you are struggling in your relationship and you want to get out of it, you can. What you need, what you feel, what is right, what is true to you, that's what matters here. It doesn't matter if I say, well, if you're twin flames, you need to be in separation. No, I'm not going to say that. In fact, I'm not even sure that I believe in the whole way that society promotes twin flames concepts. But that's, if you want to know more, check out my new book, Something Spiritually Catchy. It will be out late May, early June, I'm guessing. But know that you are enough. Know that you are enough. Know that you are meant to be abundant. Know that everything in your life is starting to come together. It is. It's starting to come together. The guy or gal, the love, the success, all of the chaos, all of the conflict, all of the hardship, all of the tower moments over and over and over and over and over again. All that did was lead you to being firm in who you are, what you believe in, and what you can see and know and do and experience in this world, and kept you moving forward towards it. So keep doing that. Keep doing that. Yes, you may be in a state of kind of confusion right now, wondering, what am I supposed to do? But that doesn't mean that you're never going to get out of it. It doesn't mean that this is the way that your life is meant to be. And it does not mean that the things that you have seen and know for yourself to be true, the things that you have seen yourself accomplishing, the things that you believe in yourself, the love that you have to give to others, the love that others give to you, that it isn't enough, that it isn't meant to be, that you're not worthy of that. You are. You are worthy of that. You are worthy of wealth and abundance. You are. And it's time for you to step into that state of, here I am ready. Give me my milk and honey because I am ready. I have worked my ass off. I am ready for this change. And 5s are all about change. And trust me, that can feel scary, but you know what? When you have been sitting in this 33 chaos and conflict or tower energy, this hardship energy, would you not want to change? Would you not run face first into a wall that is painted and says, if you run into me, everything will change in your life because you need the change? Good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, you just need something to change because it's been this way for too long. You are the change. There is a saying by Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. Now, I'm not getting into a political debate on Gandhi. This is not about who he was in his life. This is about the teachings that he left behind. This is about the wisdom and the words and the ways that we are meant to take that and harness it. It is about the semantics of things. Be the change you want to see in the world. So go change the world because you are the change. You are the catalyst. You are that dissonant energy that is here to be a change agent in the world. And that's okay. That's good. We need people like you. We need more and more people like you because you are amazing. And this moon phase is here to usher that in for you, to show you that you are going to be successful, to show you how to work with your deities, how to work with the Ascended Masters, how to embrace your gifts and your dreams and your goals. I apologize, guys. My cat, Cleopatra, is being a little bit of a butthead. But you have done the work. You have come into who you are, and that's great. That's beautiful. That's amazing. So embrace that. Embrace you. And be the change. Just by being you. Embrace love. Embrace who you are. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are abundant. Know that your life is meant to be milk and honey. And let this moon phase integrate the truth of you being a success and you being victorious in your life permanently. Earth signs, you are champions. You are warriors. You are amazing. And so I want to say thank you so much for your energy, for everything that you do for us here and for the people in your life. And thank you to your guides and my guides for facilitating the connection with this energy reading. And thank you so much to Spirit for allowing me to bring these messages forth as well. If you guys resonated with the video, please go ahead and like and share this video out, but also comment and let me know. The more interaction, the better it is. I always try to respond in a timely manner. And I always love, love, love talking to you guys and hearing about, you know, what the synchronicities are, because it really makes me feel so joyful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell up in the corner so you don't miss any of my upcoming readings. Also, in the description box, you will see several links. There are links to my 2 books, Chemistry with Kismet, as well as And What If. Both of those are available on Amazon, Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and that is also where Something Spiritually Catchy will be available. So stay tuned for that. There is a link to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. It is available until June 30th at 50% off, so don't miss out on the discount, because it will help change your entire perspective on who you are simply by taking 6 easy steps. And there are also links down in the description box. I'm sorry, I just totally spaced out as I was watching Cleo just kind of wandering around. There are links down in the description box for donations. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been donating to my channel. You guys fund my programs, you guys fund my business, and because of the help and support, I have some really exciting things coming up. And honestly, the more support that I have from the community, the better it is for me to be able to get these products out to you guys and open up services more and more. So I want to say thank you so much, because you guys really keep me going, keep my business going, keep this channel going, and you're rock stars. If you would like to donate, the links are down in the description box. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Earth signs, go kick ass. This moon phase is a potent one. It's a powerful one. I know I've been saying that for all the moon phases lately, but that has been how it feels. It's like the moon is waking up as we wake up. So I just saw 2323 on my clock. That is significant for you. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I'm sure you guys will let me know. I just heard that is significant. Like, yes, queen. Yes. Okay. I don't know why I got all weird at the end, but I want to say thank you one more time. And Earth signs, I will talk to you guys at my next video, or see you at my next video. I love you guys all. Bye. Hello, air signs. So we're going to jump right into this last quarter moon energy and what to expect. And I feel like you guys have had a wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of situation going on here, because we did have an air sign moon for the last moon phase with the full moon in Libra, and now we've got Aquarius. But you know what? That just means that this is extra potent, extra powerful for you guys. There's more for you to harness. There's more for you to work with. So let's get a look at what the energies of this moon are bringing in for you with this top row, and then down in the bottom, it is what Spirit and your spirit guides want you to know for how you can harness this energy and how you can move forward with the energy. Air signs. Are you having a lot of start and stop moments? Are you having a lot of like, I feel tired, and then you are like, yeah, let's go? Because that's what I'm picking up here. We've got the Six of Swords, forgive me, the Devil card. Ooh, interesting. And the Fool. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because you know what this says to me? This says that you guys have realized all the ways that your mind has literally trapped you. That start and stop energy. You guys have literally realized, my mind is doing this. My mind is playing these games. My mind is playing these tricks. And you know what? I control my mind. My mind does not control me. And because of that, you're able to actually see all the ways in which you trap yourself into a situation. It's very Eight of Swords energy, but it's Eight of Swords to a new level. The Devil card is definitely like the Eight of Swords on a whole new level. And you know, you go 6 and then 7 and then 0, because the Devil is, oh no, 6, 6, 5 and 6, 15. That's right. It's a 6 and a 6 split. So you've got 6-6 energy, which is really about that balance, that harmony, that inner healing, unconditional love. You are learning how to balance and harmonize yourself in a state of love. And this is like a whole new you is coming through from this moon phase. It's this whole new version of yourself. You know, with the Devil card, you can see that the two people have chains around their necks. But I'm going to actually move it up closer to the camera for you because, as you can see here, the chains are really, really loose. They are really loose. And the man and the woman she has a bundle of grapes. I think it's a bunch of grapes. I think it's grape bunches. I can't. Let me know in the comments what it's called. My brain just kind of shut off completely. But the man has fire as well. This is about passion and inspiration and drive and desire and what you want being made into the physical. It's about you feeling as though you can't move into what you want. And you're literally leaving that mentality, that mindset behind, and you're literally going to be standing on the edge of a precipice of something in your life and going, fuck it, I'm jumping. And that is awesome because this moon is telling you that it's okay to do it. It's very similar to the story that I told back in the energy update about the new moon or the cupbearer energy with Aquarius. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. But that is literally what you guys are doing. You're looking at the whole of everything and you're saying, this doesn't fit me, this doesn't fit me, this doesn't fit me, so I'm going to jump. And I'm going to be a new me. I'm going to do what I want to do. So let's see what Spirit and your spirit guides have for advice for how you can do this, what you can do with it. So we have 16, caught in the ruins, which is so similar to the Devil energy. Because as you can see, they're caught in the ruins, but there's no ceiling. There's no roof. And there's enough of a downfall of everything that they could literally climb their way out. There's nothing keeping them there but their own mentality, that they're stuck. And you can see all the bright and beautiful everything around them. They're not actually stuck in this place. And then we have the Queen of Scrolls. So this is about you stepping into who you want to be and how you want to be. It's writing your own story. It's seeing the ways in which you've trapped yourself and you've kept yourself held down, and you're saying, you know what, that's not who I want to be anymore. That's not how I want to be anymore. This is not who I am. I am going to leap forward and I'm going to tell the story that I want to tell. I'm going to release this from my energy by moving into a new state of being, by moving into a new mentality, a new me. And it's never ever a new you. It's just the you that you have always meant to be, the you that you have always been within yourself. And a lot of this has to do with you. Some of you may be automatic writers and not realize that you're an automatic writer. And an automatic writer is somebody who channels spiritual wisdom and information and knowledge, and they use them, and they are the filter. So it comes through. I do automatic writing. All my books are automatically written. So I am the filter. So the lessons that I teach and the wisdom that I share comes through in the filter of my own experiences, and then Spirit and my team help guide me and lead me to sharing the wisdom that they want the world to know. That is what an automatic writer is. Some of you may just be psychic writing. Like, you may psychically write. You may just know what it is that the collective needs to hear and the collective needs to know. And so you write about it. Whether that's a blog, even just communication in general. And you guys are air signs, which means that you are the grand communicators of the zodiac. So this is about choosing a new way of communicating. It's like taking Mercury, mixing Mercury and Uranus energy, and then throwing in this out of bounds moon that we have and being like, this is how I'm going to do this shit. Like, this is how it's going to be. And I don't care what anybody else says, because this is what's right for me. And from that, you learn that there is no roof, there is no top, there is no glass ceiling, there is nothing that it can possibly hold you down or hold you back. You can't be chained because you can literally just take the chains directly off your neck and walk away and be like, okay, I'm good, I'm going. And look at this, I have literally card 45 with time to go. Like that is exactly the energy. You're like, all right, like it's time to go, we're done with this. That's fantastic, because it is. It's time for you to go off and be you and do the things that you want to do without holding yourself back. And you've learned that. You've learned to take only the mentality that is right for you. And then we have card 15, message in a bottle. That, to me, I know that they talk about message in a bottle and, you know, you think about the romantic aspect of it, like the Notebook and blah, 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 whatever. But to me, this message in a bottle is literally about the message that you have to share with the world that you've been bottling up and you've been keeping inside of you, and now it's ready to just burst forward. And look, we've got 15 and 15, so 15 may be significant for you. But we also have progressive. We've got 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 6, 7, 9. Like, you guys are taking leaps. You're taking jumps. You're moving forward in a new way. Wow, you guys. Just, it's time to do this new thing. This new whatever it is that you want to do, it's time to do it. And then we have 48 and poised. That's a 12 and a 3, but this 48 and poised is literally like you are poised on the edge of the cliff. You are poised at the precipice. It's the Fool energy. You are poised. You are ready. You are ready to do this. And you know you're ready. So now you're ready to leap. So take the leap. Whatever message it is that you have to share with the world, go share it with the world. Because nobody else is meant to share it but you. So when you know it's time to go, it's time to leave some old mentality, some old mindset, some old way of being behind, go do it, because it is what you're meant to do. And Spirit is here to help you with that. You guys got 4. You guys may be tied to my earth signs. Do you have an earth sun? You know, an air moon, or earth moon and air sun, something. All right, we have compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. This is beautiful, because that is exactly what I'm talking about. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, but this new version of yourself, and I say that very lightly because to me, it doesn't feel like anybody ever steps into a new version of themselves. It feels like they step into the true version of themselves. And that is what I'm seeing for you guys. You're poised and ready to take the leap and step into who you are, and you're just asking for help along the way. Make it God's. Release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my, dear Lord. Okay, so this is funny because I am hearing this conversation that I had with my brother once upon a time, where we had this issue about the way that I phrase things. Because with my kids, I always said, my God is a loving God. It does, and it was never meant to denote emotions with God, but like as though my God is different than anybody else's. It was to help separate it from modern day society. Now, when you start putting a possessive nature on things, it makes it really hard for you to let go. It makes it hard for you to be who you are, because now it's, who am I for this person? Who am I to this person? What am I doing for this? And what is mine and what is yours and what is ours? And everything is everybody's. And I just saw 11:33 on the clock. So it's okay to say, I'm manifesting a new job, or I'm manifesting a dream life. I am manifesting this. I am manifesting that. But not saying I am manifesting my dream life. I am manifesting a dream life. You're very specific about what the dream life entails, but you're not saying this is possessive to me. It is a dream life. Something like that. For some people that works, some people it doesn't. Do what is right for you, but don't let anybody else tell you what you can and cannot do. Make it your own, because otherwise you enter in doubt. Doubt says, offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. Now, I know that these are very, very religious sounding cards, but I want you guys to think about it in the sense of energy in the universe. When you release doubt and you release fear and you release shame and you release abandonment and you release all of these lower level things that keep you stuck in that devil energy, in that caught up in the ruins energy. And I don't mean like lower vibrational, blah, 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 whatever. That's, check out Something Spiritually Catchy. We talk about that as well. I mean the things that hold you back because you allow the mentality to hold you back. When you release that and you say, take this from me, I can't carry this anymore, it does actually get taken off of you, because I have done that before in my life. And I'm sitting here and I am reading to you guys, and you guys know I say this all the time. All the time I tell you guys this. I have no idea how my gifts work. I have no idea whether I'm right or not. I don't know what I'm talking about 90% of the time, but I know that what I am saying is what I'm meant to say, because I have tingles, my ears are ringing, and you guys always are like, oh my God, you're spot on. So I don't brag. It's not a bragging point. It's a point of honor, a point of pride for me that I get to do this, that I get to bring this forward, that I get to help you see confirmations of who you are so that you can let go of that doubt. That's what I'm here for. That is what I am here for. I went down so many wrong paths until I came to the point where I was poised for a new beginning, and I needed to go. I needed to choose to go on the new beginning, and that's how I got here. That's how I got here doing this for you guys. That's how I got to my third book. That's how I got to developing more and more of my business and developing a client base. Like, that's how I did all these things, is I had to listen. I had to be compassionate with myself. I had to release the idea that I have to hold so tightly to something that I want, because if I don't hold tightly, I won't get it. I had to release and let go of all of these things. And I don't know if you guys heard the buzzing in the background. I apologize. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I'm going to take that as a confirmatory for you guys. This is about releasing it. It's about letting those things go so that you can move into a state of loving yourself and knowing what your worth is, and knowing that the message that you have bottled up inside you is meant for the world. It really is. The final card that we have here is striving. Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. I promise you guys I didn't read this card ahead of time. You guys watched me shuffle and them fall out. So that's literally what this is. It's what I've been talking about. It's about letting go. It's about asking Spirit, asking your guides, take this from me, help me see a better path, help me see a better way forward, help me be compassionate with myself and with others, and help me walk this journey that I'm meant to walk. Because what is it that you're holding yourself back from? What is it that you're striving to do and striving to be? And why are you striving to be and do something that is striving and not thriving? Don't do that. And don't use anybody else's measurement, anyone else's ruler of measurement as how something gives back to you, as how something works for you. Because by all accounts, I have 37 subscribers on my channel. I have one person that keeps coming onto my channel, subscribing, and then dropping his subscription just because he wants to be an ass. And so I could sit here and be like, oh my God, I'm fighting a losing battle, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, because you know what? By all accounts, I could say that there are analytic data that is like iffy of whether this gives back to me. But I walk away from doing these readings and I feel phenomenal. I feel like I have done something in the world. I feel like I have accomplished something. I feel like I have helped others. I feel fulfilled when I am myself sitting here with you guys. That's why I'm always so grateful for doing this. And so I could look at someone else's ruler and measurement and say, well, this isn't working for me. Or I could go and base it on how I feel internally. How I feel when I sit here and I share these messages. How I feel when I have somebody reach out to me and are like, you are spot on all the time, so I want to do a private reading with you. How I feel when I have somebody who emails me and says, I watched your video and I heard the anguish in your voice because you're talking about your gifts and something that was really challenging for you, and I want you to know you're not alone. Those are moments that literally light my spirit up. They light my spirit up. Those are moments that I will never forget. Even if I don't engage on a regular basis on a personal level with you guys, you seriously fill me so full with your energy, with being here, with reading for you, with doing all of this, that all doubt just gets removed from me. And I stop feeling like I'm striving. This is what you're supposed to learn and grow into and embrace for yourself. And it's very, very hard when you have your mentality saying it wasn't right to walk away, you shouldn't have walked away, this wasn't right, this, whatever. You're stuck, you're trapped, blah, 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 blah. Our mind is one of our greatest assets. It is also one of our greatest enemies, and we have to learn how to recognize the difference between the two and work with them and work through them. Embrace and love and ask for help. Give it up to a higher power and say, please help take this from me because I can't carry it anymore. Because you can do that. You are worthy of doing that, and you were meant to do that because you have a message, you have something to share with the world, and it is the time to start sharing that message with the world. So however you do it, whatever way that you want to get it out, whether it's a podcast, whether it's simply just sitting on a park bench and talking to a complete stranger for 2 hours while you're feeding pigeons or doves. I'm seeing a mixture of both, pigeons and doves. Do they hang out? Are you from New York? That's really cool if you are. I've never been to New York. It's on my bucket list. Also, I don't know anybody from New York, so welcome. But yeah, I mean, air signs. It's stuff like this. What is it that you have within you that you've been holding on to, but you have such depth and understanding and awareness. You have such beautiful creative energy. You just have to believe that in yourself. And this moon phase is helping you move out of that mentality that you have to be stuck and into a new way of living. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing because you're not caught in anything. You're not caught in the ruins of anything. You are literally free to walk away. You're free to go. It is time to go. To go and share what you know, what you have felt, what you have experienced with the world at large. So air signs, go do the damn thing. I'm here, I'm your cheerleader, and I will keep making these videos and keep cheering you guys on because you are rock stars. And I love you guys. So thank you so much for being here. If this resonated, like and share my video. Comment in the description box below. I always love the feedback. You guys know that I love the feedback. You know how much I love you guys. And don't forget to subscribe and click the little notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Down in the description box, you will find links to my books and What If, as well as Chemistry with Kismet. That is also, they're both available on Amazon. You can get them in paperback. You can get them in Kindle and Kindle Unlimited. So go check those out. There is a link to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. It will help you break out of the masks and the roles that you've been playing for other people and start living your life for you. There's also a 50% off discount, Studio 701. If you type that in, there is a discount available until the end of June. So don't miss out on that because it is 50% off. It's fantastic. And this program is designed to help change your life and get you back to you. As well as there are down in the description box, there are links for donations. I know that we were having some issues with PayPal donations, so I did change the link. I got you guys set up with a directed donation link on PayPal. So I want to say, first of all, thank you so much to you guys who do donations, because you really do fund this channel. You fund the business that I am building and the products that I have to offer. I just saw 22:22 on the clock. So thank you so much. You guys are you guys are my support system, and I appreciate it, and you so deeply, so greatly. So again, thank you. If you do want to donate, check out the links in the description box. There's Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. I don't ask for donations, so if anybody's out there lying their asses off and saying, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, if you want to book a reading from me, you will end up hearing from me directly via email after you book the reading on my website. That is the only way to book a reading with me. It is not through any messaging app. I do not have any messaging apps. I will never use any messaging apps. I did that once in communications, and I learned that they're just not worth splitting my time and energy. So I go strictly with my Square appointment page. So air signs. I don't know why I needed to tell you that, but you know, when Spirit tells me to tell you guys stuff, that's what I do. Thank you guys again for being here. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. So please make sure that you love you too. All right. I will see you guys all next time. Bye. Hello, water signs. So we're going to jump right into what this last quarter moon energy is bringing you. The last quarter moon in Aquarius. These top 4 are going to be what the moon energy is bringing into your awareness, bringing into your life. And then the bottom 3 are messages from Spirit and your spirit guides. And I knew that there was going to be one pile that had more cards. Water pile. That's you. So let's find out what this moon is bringing. We have the Page of Wands. Ooh, you guys know how much I love these page cards. The 10 of Cups. Holy smokes. Whoa, okay, I don't read reversals. The 5 of Swords in reverse and the Moon card. What the heck? Okay, now you guys know I don't read reversals. You know I don't. Okay, the 5 of Swords is the hard-fought, sorely won battle. But it's also a card that is literally like in this place is literally about you're learning that not everything has to be a battle anymore. You're learning that you don't have to be the mediator for everybody. They can sort their own shit out. Like your happiness, your inspiration, your creativity, your joy, your love, your life is more important than making other people happy, than being the mediator for other people. It's literally like this moon is showing you the illusions of everything that came before, where you just thought that you had to give and give and give and give and give. Sorry, to everybody else. And now you see that you don't. Now you see that you can have all aspects of who you are, be a loving, amazing person. You can stand in the middle and say, I am the light, I am the dark, I am the good, I am the bad, I am worthy of love and honor and cherishing. And I don't have to do everything for everyone. Like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to be betrayed, and I don't have to engage in betrayal. I don't have to go through this. I can walk away from the people in my life that do that. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. So let's find out what Spirit and your guides have for advice. We have the Queen of Keys, the 5 of Keys with wishes fulfilled, and the Queen of Forces. Holy crap. What did I say? You can be both light and dark. Harnessing the sun and the moon. You have learned that you are literally the queen of your life. Like, this is such huge divine feminine energy. But it's not an off-kilter divine feminine. It's like the divine feminine has melded with the divine masculine for you guys, and you're realizing that your wishes are what matter, and you are the one that holds the keys to it. You are the one that determines and dictates the forces that come into your life and the forces that impact and how you move forward. And you guys have really, really, truly seen what is best for you is truly best for the collective. And that's not an easy thing. That's not an easy lesson. Sorry, guys. I dropped my crystal. It's not an easy lesson to have to learn. But you guys have gotten through it. And I love, God, I never read reversals. And you know I don't read reversals if you've been here for a while. You know I just don't do it. But I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm seeing this, the Five of Swords in reverse. It's like freedom. That's what it feels like. It feels like this massive quantity of freedom, finally. You are living your life for you. Completely living your life for you. You're not doing this to be who everybody else needs you to be. You've seen the things that are going to work. You've seen the things that aren't going to work for you. You've seen the things that are right for you and the things that aren't right for you. And you have chosen now to no longer play the fixer and the giver and the mediator, and you're choosing not to be that person because it's not for you to do. Like, it's not for you to pick up the pieces for everybody else. It's for you to live your life fully and completely to the best of your ability, but to the best of what is right for you, and harnessing all the energy and the wisdom and the know-how that you have. This Queen of Keys has such a beautiful smile on her face. And she doesn't have anybody beside her, but she knows that everyone is still beside her. She knows that she has love. She knows she has support. And she knows that she has the keys to her future. She literally has the keys to her fulfilled wishes. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful thing to see, because it means that you truly are living the life of wishes being fulfilled. The Queen of Forces is a force to be reckoned with. She is the woman that sees all, knows all, understands all, and still moves forward in a very innocent way, in a very youthful way, in a very, I'm going to do whatever I do, but I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to harness all of these energies and I'm going to live fully in the flow of everything. She is literally living in her emotions, but she's living in her emotions in such a powerful, potent way because she knows that all of her emotions serve. So we've got the card 18 with serendipity, the card 11 with by the book, and the card 47, which also reduces to an 11 with go the distance. So we've got a 9, a 10, 11, and 11. This is also another 9. So we have this progressive workup. Starting with a change that has been made with this wishes fulfilled. A change has been made for the things that you want, the things that you wish for. And when you made that change, you stepped into a state of, I changed how I'm approaching it. You've got the 5 for wishes fulfilled, and you've got the 5 in reverse for the 5 of Swords. So you changed the way that you interact with things in your life. And I can attest to this. Okay, guys, my main sewer drain has literally been flooding my basement for 2 days straight. I had to call a plumber today. It was something I was trying to avoid. We did everything that we could. Everything that we knew how to do, we did. And we've done this multiple times. But when you have literal poop water coming up into your basement, and your basement is your work area, it's your living area, and you're like, okay, this can't be. You don't want to have to keep doing Band-Aid fixes. You don't want to have to mediate between you and whatever the situation is. You want to get it fixed, but you don't want to have to always be the fixer. And that was where I was. I didn't want to have to fix this. But I also didn't want it to be something that I just stressed myself out over. I found out that my stalker is back. It's something that I could be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, he's doing the same shit. But you know what? If he watches my videos and he gets a message out of it, then maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll be a better person. It's not for me to do. It's not my job. It's beyond my pay grade right now. Any person who intentionally harms another person, the karma for that, the comeuppance for that, that's beyond my pay grade. Honey, that's beyond your pay grade. Let the universe deal with them. Keep doing what is right for you. Keep moving forward. Because what I'm seeing here is, and granted, I like I said, my energy is tied up in this because I am a water sign, but I'm a water sign part of the collective, and I have seen this with the collective. I have seen this with the collective of water signs. We are moving into a phase and a day and an age in which our emotions and the people who are in tune, in touch, and in control of their emotions, not emotionless, but in full understanding, awareness, and able to harness their emotions in the proper way. Those are the people who are going to be changing the face of the world. Those are the people that are going to take what was once by the book and they're going to go the distance to change it. Harnessing all of the different energies, all of the different forces, and working with them completely. You're the pile that is going to change, that is changing the world. And you can see this progression from once you have decided, and this moon phase especially has helped you decide, this is what makes me happy. This is what makes me feel excited, feel joyful, feel like everything is meant to be what it is because I feel good doing it. And when you are in that state, that's when everything in your life is this happiness, and you stop feeling like you have to fix everything because there's nothing for you to fix. There is just a life for you to live. You shift from fighting and battling and then being willing and open to changing and letting somebody else take the reins, letting somebody else do it. And from that point, you go directly to the 9s, the 10, and then the 11s, and you become the master. This is an 1111 pile. This is an awakening pile. This is an enlightening pile. Abundance, prosperity, happiness. This is you breaking out and realizing that it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It only matters what your heart says, because when you move from the heart, that's what matters the most. You do what feels right to you. And you guys have cards flying everywhere. Like, no joke, you have cards flying everywhere. Oh my goodness, you guys. What is going on? This is literally like your empowerment stuff is just like, we want to be out here. Okay, I'm not going to take any more. So we have self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. This is what I'm talking about. You guys stopped feeling like you had to have battles all the time. You had to have these sorely fought, hard-fought, sorely won battles. You didn't need to do it anymore. You learned how to embrace the things in life that bring you enjoyment. Oh my God. Striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes in. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. This is what I was talking about. You do the things that fill you up, that make you happy. You do the things that don't require you to fix everything for everyone, but allow you to just be you. And from that, you have this, everything is working out finally. And then we have patience. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now? Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. See, this is what I said. Change is following. And that was the 5 of Swords upside down or reversed. That is your patience. You have learned, like, I don't have to battle everything. It's not always my fight to fight. And when you learn that it's not always your fight to fight, then you don't have to make those sacrifices. You don't have to change who you are and what you're doing because somebody else says you should. You just learn how to be patient and how to live for you. And you guys got 5 cards. Holy cow. Positivity. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. This is so beautiful, you guys. And then we have gratitude. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. And then finally, I'm going to move this over here just for the sake of aesthetics. Finally, we have courage. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it. Don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. Okay, we're going to shift that up. Put courage right here. And wishes fulfilled. Look at that, guys. Like, seriously, look at this. You guys have the most uplifting pile of all. And I say this all the time when I hit your pile. Like, you guys end up being the shortest pile. You guys end up having the fewest messages because you guys are doing the work. You guys have worked so hard to get in touch with your emotions, to see the truth. But this 5 of Swords in reverse, to me, is like one of the biggest accomplishments ever. Be intensely, incredibly grateful for you, for having chosen to walk away, for having chosen not to engage in the battle that is sitting there at your front door going, you want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, you said, you know what? I'm going to do what I love. I don't care what you do for this. I don't care how your reaction is. I care what my heart says is true. I care who I love. I care what is right in my life. And this is what I'm going to do. This is how I am choosing to engage in life. And that is what changed so much for you, because you see beyond the illusions now. The moon card talks so much about dreams and illusions and blah, 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 blah. But this is more about the actual moon itself and how you're learning how to harness that. If you've been following this and you're one of my water signs, that means that you have learned how to start flowing with the energy. And it changes everything when you do that. It changes everything, because once you become aware of the energy, you are able to recognize it. Now you know that, some of this stuff that you're feeling just isn't yours to feel. And then you can say, okay, you know what? I'll learn about it later. It will come in when it's meant to come in, whatever it is. But you guys have learned how to shift into a state of true, calm and peace within, because you stopped battling everything like you needed to. You gave it up and you literally said, okay, I don't want to carry this anymore. I just want to have fun. I want to live my life. I want to be happy. I want to do the things that make me feel good, because when I feel good, I am being of service to myself, to my family, and to my loved ones, and to the collective as a whole. I was going to say at large, but then it sounded kind of like, oh, there's a, criminal at large. If you're a criminal and you're at large, okay. It's not my battle. So you see, this is that 5 of Swords reverse. It's not my battle to fight. I'm not going to fight a battle that isn't for me to fight. It's just not worth it. I have a narcissistic ex-husband, and he has a narcissistic wife. I could be sitting here going, oh my God, this is so stressful. And sometimes I do. I actually have a former gay best friend who literally was like, oh, you've got a roller coaster of a life. Why? Because I have to deal with a narcissist on a regular basis. Thank you, narcissist, for pointing that out. It's kind of like that. Like, do I want to engage in a battle with somebody who is diminishing the fact that I have a battle that I have to fight on a regular basis? Did I choose this battle? Yeah, kind of. I married the man, I married him. I didn't marry I didn't marry his wife, but I definitely married him for 8 years. So I had kids with him, so I do have to engage in it. But do I have to engage in it in the same way that I was before? Absolutely fucking not. Do I have to engage with my narcissistic former gay best friend? No. It's the beauty of knowing what battle is worth fighting and what battle isn't. Do I need to drop down to my knees and scream at the heavens like, oh my God, why is my sewer flooding? No. I call a plumber and I say, hey, you got time? Hey, can I get help with this? I really need somebody out here. And then when I couldn't get a plumber out here before Wednesday of next week, which I'm filming this on Friday, so obviously I got somebody out here before then, I called other places. I didn't drag my feet. Does this mean that this is how I always am? No. No. I got screwed over by my ex-husband's wife recently. In a big, big, big way. In a way that literally impacted my entire family's finances. In a horribly terrifying way. Like, I cannot emphasize enough what they did to my family. And it was awful. And you know what my first action was? I called the bank. And then I called another agency. And then I called my mom, freaking out. And as soon as my mom went, well, this is what you need to do. You need to call here and you need to call here. I got so overwhelmed, physically, emotionally, mentally overwhelmed with everything that I had to do to battle my way out of this situation when the situation was out of my control. It was not my fault. It was not something I did. It was done maliciously to hurt my family, to hurt me, to hurt my kids. It was done in such a malicious way, but I had to go into fix-it mode. I had to go into clean-it mode. And the thing that I was not able to see at the time was my mom, my husband were both in fix-it and clean-it mode because I couldn't do it this time. And I literally said, I can't handle this. I called my mom and I had to get off the phone. And by get off the phone, I mean I had to run to the bathroom to throw up because the stress and anxiety of it was so much that I couldn't take it. My physical body reacted. When I came out of that, my mom had called my husband. They had worked out everything for what needed to get done. They went and did it because they knew that the only thing that I could handle at that given point in time was taking care of me. I am not saying that you have people in your life like that, but I am saying that you have learned when to engage and when not to engage. I had to learn to not engage with this situation. I had to learn to disengage so I could take care of myself. And when I did that, I had the courage to stand up and say, okay, this is what I need in my life. I cannot go through these situations anymore. This is what I need. I need to be able to do these things. I need to be able to feel as though I have this aligned and I have this support. This is what I genuinely need for me. And I don't want to keep fixing everybody else's problems. I don't want other people to come to me and expect something of me because of who I am. I'm a very kind person. I am a very giving person. And you guys know that because I'm here sharing these messages for free for hours on end. I do that because it brings me joy. It is something that I enjoy. It's something that makes me feel so grateful for the world because I get to see the energies of the people who struggle just like me, who do things and fight for things and stay and wait and be patient and hold on to the positivity and learn how to love themselves when everything and everyone in the world are telling them that it's not possible and they're not worthy. You guys keep me going too. You guys have helped teach me how to drop the swords, how to drop the battle, and how to live just by engaging in your energy. So I feel so grateful for being here and doing this. This is what I love to do. I love this. For no one else but for myself, I absolutely love it. And that's the beauty of this. And it's 22 minutes on my clock. And I know as soon as Spirit calls me to look over there, it's going to be 22:22 again because Spirit wants that known. The reason Spirit wants that known is because we talked about 11:11. 22:22 is the next progression. That is where you're headed after this last quarter moon. That is what this Queen of Keys, Queen of Forces, and Wishes Fulfilled really is. Know your power. Know your worth. Don't lord it over another person, but live your life as it's meant to be because when you do that, everything falls into place exactly how it's supposed to. Exactly how it's supposed to. I could not pull these cards myself. I can't make them fall the way that they fall. You guys, if you've been watching tarot, if you're a reader, and I know most of my water pile, you're readers, you're psychics, you know that, like, we could sit here and explain a million ways till Sunday, but we still don't know how it works. It just works. It just happens. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment. It just happens that way. And you guys bring that out. You bring that level of serendipitous imagining and miracles and magic into my life every time I sit down here with you guys. So thank you, because you're teaching me just as much as I am teaching you. And I hope that you take that to the bank and you understand that and you trust that, because you guys are learning how to change the world, and you're doing that by changing yourselves, growing into who you truly are. There is nothing that I am seeing here that I would not sit you down in a room one-on-one and say, you are an amazing person. You have done so much and you just needed to hear it this time. Like, that's why your reading is as long as it is today. Normally, you guys are in, out, done within like 10 minutes. But you needed to hear this today. You needed to hear this because you're the one who's been fixing for so long that nobody tells you. So I am sitting here and I am telling you, you are amazing. You have done the right things. You have made the right choices. That enjoyment, that peace, that calmness, that prosperity, all of those things you're starting to experience, it's true, it's right, it's real, it's here. Keep going. Keep going the distance, because there is nothing that says that you can't. You have done everything right. You have followed every step of the way, everywhere you're supposed to go, and you have kept that hopeful, youthful nature of a happy ever after. And because you chose to walk away from the things that aren't yours to fix and let the universe do its thing, you changed the game. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. I just keep hearing that over. You did it. 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 It's like a cheering section. Like, everybody's a cheerleader, and I'm seeing a bunch of like ascended masters, like Hilarion and Jesus and Buddha in like cheerleading uniforms, because of course they want us to laugh. Because can you imagine Jesus in like pom-poms and pigtails? Sorry, it was a really great imagery. 25 on my clock. 25 is important to you. I don't know why, but it is. All right. Water piles. I'm sorry. I'm still hearing and seeing Jesus is the rah-rah, sis boomba. Like, wow. Okay. That's some interesting clairvoyant visions. So thanks, guys. You guys, you really do. You keep the world going in such a beautiful way. You are my seekers, my magicians, my witches. You're my healers, my psychics, my readers, but you're also my very deeply emotional, very, very heart-centered pile. And I love, love, love your energy. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to my guides and to your guides for facilitating this connection. If this resonated, please hit the like button, share, but comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Like I said, I don't usually give you guys such a long reading, and I didn't intend to, but it was like you guys just needed to hear, like, for all the hype, all the time, this is the reality of it. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I've seen the bad and I've seen the ugly for you guys, and I know it. And so thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the little notification bell up in the corner so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And down in the description box, you'll find links to both my books, Chemistry with Kismet, as well as And What If, Concepts Challenging the Norm, and a link to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. There is a 50% off discount that runs until the end of June. That is a great program for helping you get back aligned and centered with who you are and what you see yourself as, where you see yourself going, what it is that you want for yourself. And it's got these great self-care tips, journal prompts, but also things like go watch a movie, like go watch Euro Trip and just laugh. Go watch, Super Troopers and laugh, or something like that, So there's some practical everyday things to do, as well as journal prompts, just to help you kind of work through it. It's a really great program. And like I said, it's 50% off through the end of June. So yeah, go check that out. Absolutely. There's also a link to donate down in the description box at the bottom. There's, I think, my Venmo, my PayPal, and my Cash App. Now, if anybody approaches you on any messaging sites, they're full of shit. Don't listen to them. It's probably my former gay best friend. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I hope I'm kidding. But I don't have any messaging apps, and any way to contact me, you have to book with me or shoot me an email. Other than that, you cannot contact me. So I just want to make sure that you're aware, if anybody approaches you trying to get money out of you or trying to pretend to be me, don't buy it. They're full of it. So, water pile. Thank you again. You guys are amazing, and I love you. So, thank you, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.